Jade Barrymore in about 5 minutes. I should just take all her clothes off and screw her right on the floor. She really wanted me, Jade Barrymore.
Please.
The day that we shot the picture for my book, we were naked in my office alone. And we didn't do a thing to each other. She said because I was married.
You know, it's funny because you think like Jade Barrymore is like a big, well, not a big celebrity, but she's a celebrity of sorts because we have her on the show. And then Doug from E! has a party.
Yeah.
She shows up.
Yeah. Well, she's not a celebrity. Her daughter's a celebrity.
Right.
You know.
But I heard her on...
But it's funny as hell because she only wants to get in touch with Drew Barrymore, and Drew won't get in touch with her.
But I heard her in an interview, Howard. You know what her big beef is?
What?
She was saying that she and Drew both had movie careers concurrently.
Okay.
And that what would happen is she would go to, Drew would come on the set of her movie while she was shooting, and they would be together. And then Drew would have to go shoot Drew's movie, and Jade would have to go do another movie, and Drew would say, "Mommy, I miss you too much." So Jade's saying she gave up her movie career to be with Drew.
Okay.
And then look what Drew does to her now. Drew turns around and just dumps her.
See? So what does that teach you?
But she's saying she had
Don't give up your movie career for your daughter.
Ignore your children and keep your career going.
But I got to be honest with you. I mean, I like Jade and everything, but I don't.
What movie was she in?
I don't think I've ever seen her in any movie.
Exactly.
But she is in a new movie.
She will come in and give us her credits today.
Yeah, she's in a big movie now.
Yeah?
She's in The Last Days of Disco, and she's naked.
Is she?
Yep.
Oh, I got to see that.
I actually read the script. She's perfect for the part.
Yeah, I had her naked in my arms, and she's got a great pair of cans for a 50-year-old woman.
I pulled up some pictures of her.
She got a great pair of cans for a 20-year-old woman, and they're not implants.
I pulled up a picture of her on the internet, and I showed it to one of the interns. I said, "How old do you think this lady is?"
Is she nude on the internet?
Well, here's what's really weird.
Let's see that.
She's not nude. No, I don't have the website handy. She's not nude, but it's one of those like really graphic nudes websites. But she's the only one on the site that isn't nude.
Well, she's got class.
Was she in lingerie or something?
Yeah, she's wearing like a little teddy, and her her cans are
nice,
almost exposed, but not.
Yeah.
So Jade, why don't you tell me what brings you down here today?
I am down here to talk about this incredible new film I did, Last Days of Disco. And I'm so proud and so happy just to be a part of it that I got to come and tell everybody about it.
Now, we heard you were naked in it.
Oh my God. I have scenes where I'm dressed, and I have one scene where I'm naked, but it's very integral to the script because I'm Francesca the Tiger Lady, seducer of young men, one of whom is one of the managers of the club. And so we're caught in the act by the feds who come in and bust him. So at that point, since we're caught in the act, I can't be wearing too many clothes.
So are you going to show Howard some of that nudity today?
I think they brought a clip. I hope they did.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
So you're not going to show him live? Would you get naked for him live in the studio?
No, I can't. Well, I'm going to have a hard time keeping my hands off Howard.
Why is that?
Well, because he's so sexy. And he's very cool, yeah.
You still think he's attractive?
What do you mean still? He hasn't changed. I think he just gets better every year. He's very sexy. I'm not the only one that thinks so, obviously.
I'm sure.
I'm in a long line of women, but I have a lot to talk about, things that I'm doing. And especially after what Gary said, that I'm not doing anything. Boy, I'm going to spank him.
What did Gary say?
Oh, he was saying that, Drew's this celebrity and I'm not because I'm not doing anything. I work 24/7. I'm doing so much and coming into my own. So this is like a perfect place to talk about it.
So you're not angry at Gary, though, right? You just want to say...
No, I just want to punish him and take him over my knee because he likes that.
So you just want to set him straight?
Absolutely.
I got Jade Barrymore here, the mother of Drew Barrymore. Still can't get in touch with her.
Oh.
Jade got herself a nice little acting gig. She's going to be in The Last Days of Disco, a legitimate movie. She appears nude, and here she is. And Gary just said she's 51 years old. He goes, she looks like she's 18. And then we just had a discussion. Do you think her breasts are real?
No.
Yeah, because Gary says no way they can be real. One thing I remember about Jade, when I got her naked, she wears like these panties that are way loose on her because she's so tiny and thin. And her panties never fit. Wow, look at the butt on her. Why is John holding your hand? What is that all about?
You can't walk on those stilts?
You can't walk in your shoes? She's wearing stilts. Why are you holding her hand?
Because she said for me to hold her hand so she could walk.
You're not loaded, are you?
No, I'm just wearing very high heels.
Did you have any work done in your face or anything?
I had some laser.
You did? Because you look young.
Do I look good?
You look great. And what about your breasts? Your breasts are fake?
I have gained 15 pounds.
Wait. Talking to the microphone.
Oh, she's claiming those breasts are due to weight gain?
Are those breasts due to weight gain or are those real? Are those?
I think they're due to weight gain.
You never had implants?
Never.
It's amazing. I've seen I've touched them.
You really? They're not?
Didn't I touch them when we did the photo shoot?
Hi, Robin.
How are you?
I don't remember, Jay. Did I put my hands on them when we
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You were my living bra, if you remember.
Right. Remember, I put my hands.
That's right. You had to cover her.
I was like, well, Jade, I have to do this for the shot because guys want to see me being provocative. But meanwhile, I
Out
wanted
of
to
the
do.
generosity of his nature, he covered them.
We were like naked on the floor for about a half hour.
It
You
was
were
longer
naked
than that.
too?
I was in my underpants. Or was I naked?
No, you had your underpants on. I remember.
And you were totally nude.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't seem to mind.
And I was aroused.
Yes, he was.
I was.
It was
you
a
did
great
get
experience.
Did I? Of course I did.
Well,
Oh, man.
I was honored to be one of your fantasy women.
Yeah, well, you should be.
Cool. Thank
Man,
you
your
very
breasts
much.
look great. Are those are not encased in a bra, are they?
Yeah, there's a bra on.
Oh, there is. Nice.
Yeah, I told you I gained weight, so they got bigger.
Is it true you gave up your acting career for Drew?
I heard what Gary said, and I'm going to give him a big spank. I studied with Stella. Maybe that's why I did it. I studied with Stella Adler. Get over here, Gary. Estelle Harmon. I was doing a play called Playing for Time about the Nazi concentration camp victims, directed by Mimi Leader, nonetheless.
Right.
Which ran for almost a year. It was the West Coast premiere. Right after that, I did Night Shift when I didn't see Drew for 2.5 months. At which point, I decided, yes, I was going to give up the career because I never saw my kid, and I wouldn't have this time to do over. So
Boy, that was a
lots of
bad move.
credibility there.
Are you talking about
Yeah, thinking about it, yeah.
Night Shift, the Ron Howard movie? Mm-hmm. And what part were you in that?
I played a hooker named Lucky.
See? She worked.
See, she had a career.
And the play that I did, Playing for Time, ran for almost a year at the Strasbourg Theater and was directed by Mimi Leader. Very prestigious. This was right before I gave everything up. So I had some credibility. And now I just did 3 films. I'm going to be doing 2 more. Have my show, Grandma Sylvie's Funeral, that I've been doing for 2.5 years. I have 2 shows on America Online, Tuesday and Thursday nights.
Wow. And still Drew won't get in touch with you?
I have a lingerie line coming out, an audio tape of my book. All these things are happening. So
Did you write Drew a letter and tell her?
yes, I did, and got no response.
How many letters?
The whole thing she has always said is that she's going to, once she's famous, then she can have an equal relationship with Drew.
Is that true?
Robin is right. That's
Yes.
absolutely true. I'm working so hard towards that. I
Really? You want
You
Drew?
think that'll push you over the top? That'll get Drew to talk to you?
I don't know. Nothing else is working.
She must really hate you, though, if she will not. I mean, you seem like such a sweet woman. She must really hate you if she won't get in touch
Drew
with you.
is saying? Drew took in her father, right?
Yes, she did.
Wow.
And I
Her
heard you
father-
saying that too. Robin had a good point with that.
He did totally abandon the family. He was an alcoholic.
Wow.
And
addict.
so Drew is basically saying that he's more reasonable than you?
No, I think she just wanted his love and her dad's approval, which she never got because he has this uncanny way of withholding.
Your jugs look great.
Oh, thank you.
They really do. You wearing panties?
Yes.
She wears panties that are like too big for her because she can't find a pair small
kind are
enough.
they?
That's
though?
not
Are
true.
they
I gained weight,
bikinis
and
or-
I'm very voluptuous now compared to what I was.
Really? Because I know your panties were always falling off you. I thought it was kind of sexy. Let
They were falling off for a reason.
me see. Stand up. You really gained weight?
Yes, I did.
How much? 15? Let me see.
Most of it ended up here.
Let's see your ass. How's your ass look? Pull up your dress.
Why did you decide to gain weight?
Come on, let me see you naked.
Like a doll.
Yeah, I know. I bet I hear you're good in the sack.
I think
I hear you're
I'm
very
getting
loving.
better.
You are.
Yes.
I hear you're very loving.
Thank
Do you still
you.
get your period?
Yes, of course.
You're 51 years old.
You bet.
And you still get your period?
I'm the baby boomer's wet dream.
Are you on estrogen?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I'm a very late bloomer. I'm the great white hope for the baby boomers.
Really?
When did you
Yeah,
get
it's like
your
if you can
period?
look this good and have this much of a career and a good life at this age, why not?
But when did she get her period? She says she's a late bloomer. Did
She got
get
it at 40.
late?
No, I didn't start till I was 18.
18?
I started late and I'm going to end late.
Robbie, you still get yours?
There, see, Rob and I have our own timetable,
Wow, beautiful.
right?
So you still have a good flow.
Yes. Tell me why you're so interested.
I'm just
He
curious.
wants
I don't
to give
know.
me a child. That's what it is. He wants to make sure I'm so
You're still
fertile.
capable of having my baby?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ready.
And you were dating a 23-year-old boy?
Yes, I was.
And what happened?
Well, it ended, but we became best friends, and he's going to go on and have an incredible, incredible musical career because he's a genius singer, songwriter, musician, and he's going to be very, very famous.
Why do you think Drew will not? How come she'll take in her father, but she won't get in touch with you?
I mean, what could you have done that was so bad?
You must have been awful.
You know what I would like? I'll tell you something. You always said that you would reconcile us.
Yes.
You would be the one, and I think Howard should be the one to do it. I would love for you to get her here because you pull everybody's covers when you're
Yes.
saying anything that isn't true,
Right.
that lacks credibility.
Right.
And so therefore you would have the two of us here and the truth would finally come out as to what did and what didn't take place.
So how many times have
A
you
lot of
contacted her? When is the last time you had contact with her?
Well, I go in spurts. Sometimes I contact her and then I don't for a while.
So it's been
yeah,
a while?
but she hasn't responded at
How
all?
long? No?
Wow.
Are you starting to cry? You are? Oh, good. This is good.
Oh,
it's like
stop.
Barbara Walters.
No, that's right. I better stop crying.
No, this is like Barbara. This is good that you're crying. Keep crying. Let it all out. I love when people cry on the show.
Stop it. I hate it.
A lot.
Really? Hey, Drew, how could you do this to your mother? Look at her.
No.
She's crying on my stupid show.
Not a stupid show.
It is a stupid show.
Yeah, it shouldn't make you cry.
How come you started crying?
Because when I said I go in spurts, it's like, oh, I hate this.
I don't.
It's proof she has her period, huh?
Right.
That's it.
Go ahead. Are you on your period right now?
No, not right now, but I guess that's why I'm crying.
Everyone quiet. I want to hear Jade cry.
No, it's just
Oh, go ahead.
you can see it.
Yeah.
No, it's just that I go in spurts and I contact her for a while and then I get no response. And
This is great.
Oh, who's
Keep going.
making that
now
noise?
you're making me
There-
laugh. No, stop.
Oh, that's all Jade.
Yeah, it is.
No, she was doing
Yeah,
this.
she's snorting. This is great. Go ahead, please.
Not. That was
Right.
Jackie.
So this is very sad.
That was
You're
Fred.
you're
No. I go in spurts and I contact her, and then I get all this rejection, no response, so I stop for a while, and then a few months go by, and I try again.
This is the
What period are you in now? Are you contacting or not?
For her birthday, I sent her this incredibly great music box with little fairies and flowers, and I sent it to New World because New Line. Because,
New Line, yeah.
You don't even know her address.
No, and so they were supposed to send it to her, and I said, "Don't you think it's time for us to resolve our differences, whatever issues we have? It's time to come to some resolution. I have no choice but to wait
Right.
until you decide to do so." But I
Right.
wait with open arms and
Right, I'm your mother.
yeah, and so it hasn't happened.
Do you think she got the music box? I heard she threw it in the dumpster.
Oh, stop it. You didn't hear anything.
I
He's
didn't.
trying to get her to cry more.
No, that's why he's doing it.
No, I love when people cry. Shows that they have emotion.
I didn't call them to see if they actually got it to her because I didn't want to hear that they did.
Really?
Oh.
Man, you're a mess. You on
Are
Valium
you
or
in
anything?
therapy?
No,
You're not in therapy?
no, I don't take any drugs.
You should be in therapy.
I was in therapy. They sent me away for codependence when we were together because I
Really?
was too much down her throat. When she said she was abandoned and there was no one there for her, I was too much there for her. In fact, they sent me away for that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
was too.
You're damned if you do, if you're there too much, if you're there too little.
You know you can't do anything right for the little urchins.
I know.
I think when they
That's what I tell my kids. I go, I stay away from you because I know no matter what I do, you're going to be screaming about
they
me.
turn 13, you're just not cool no matter what you do. No matter what you say, no matter what you do. Being as enmeshed with her as I was too much in her face and too wrapped up in her career.
Yeah, but at 13, wasn't she already an addict?
She isn't. Oh, Robin gets cruel.
Yeah.
She was a mess. She was already
She's
in
been so
rehab.
nice.
Maybe that's why your daughter had to get away from you because she becomes an addict when she's near you.
No, she was so independent. When she came out in the delivery room, she had the renter's guide, variety reporter, and an agent's contract. I mean, she was already on her own, knowing what she's going to do and what she wanted in life. It was always a power play and a battle between us because she thought that she should call her own shots.
So what happened? The last time, so did you send a bunch of letters or you only sent like one letter? Like, how many letters? Like, when's the last time you actually saw her? Because the last time I saw you, you said you had some contact with
The
her.
last time I saw her face to face was over 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a luncheon, right?
No, it was a dinner at this Nobu restaurant downtown.
Right.
And
And that must have been good.
we had a great time. She was there with her then boyfriend Eric. We were hugging, we were kissing. She had her arms around me the whole time. It was great. And the next thing I got from her was a fax at Christmas saying she had gotten her tonsils out and that she was having a restraining order against her dad, and that she realized and she admitted that she was taking that out on me. She always gets angry at me when she has problems with her dad. I think that I was always there, and she always had to work for her dad's love. So it gave no more importance than me, who was like this Saint Bernard.
I think you're a great mother. I think you should breastfeed me. Let's start over. Why don't you let me be the child you never had?
That's such a reasonable request.
Yeah, let me be your child.
Really?
I'll come over and just hang out with you
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
would you be good to me, or would you abandon me and tell
Of
me
course
No.
he'd abandon you.
I'd be good to you.
and say I'm a bad person?
Well, after I banged you, I'd probably abandon you. But
Yeah, he'd
Well,
he'd
then I
abandon
better
you.
hold out.
yeah.
But why wouldn't you have another child? You know, you lost this one.
Oh, yeah, because the first experience was so good, right?
Yeah, she was Mother of the Year.
Oh, yeah. I was on the cover of Good Housekeeping.
All right, so now you've been in this movie, The Last Days of Disco. You're
Yes.
naked in it?
I have one nude scene. I'm not naked throughout the whole movie.
Totally nude?
Who said oh?
I was not over here. That was
Robin.
back there somewhere.
No.
Totally nude?
It was. Well, Robin, I'm glad you
No,
Totally-
it was not me.
Totally nude?
Did you know that?
Do we see vagina?
Oh, yeah.
You see the whole thing.
You do. Oh. Why are you nude?
Very tasteful, because at one point Chris Eigenman, who plays Des, the manager of this club, is being busted by the feds, and he's downstairs in the catacombs in his office having sex with me, Francesca, the tiger lady.
Yes.
And so when they come in and bust him and we're having sex, it wouldn't be too credible for us to have clothes on.
Was he naked as well?
He was allowed to wear panties.
See?
Oh, what tell you?
Double standards.
A man wearing panties?
Yeah, it's all right for him to wear
I mean underwear. I think
He was allowed to wear underwear?
Yes, he was.
Now, how's he having sex with underwear if it's supposed to be so real and credible?
Well, he gets up and puts a towel around him, so you don't really see that he has a little bit of underwear on.
See, the women always have to be naked.
This is
That's
true.
it.
Why is that?
Why? Because who wants to look at some guy's Johnson? All right.
We're a little more interesting to heterosexual men.
Some people want to speak to you. Go ahead. What can I do for you?
I just love to tell her that she is a goddess.
Oh, that's so nice.
Guys hear a voice on the radio right away. They're like,
Oh, yeah, they just go crazy.
That's so
Doesn't take
sweet.
much to set.
Howard rules.
Yes, I agree with that.
thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
That was sweet. See, I am climbing up the ladder. Good things are happening. This is the best time of my life.
When does Last Days? Oh, it is?
Oh, it is, because so much is going on and so many good things are happening. And before, it was pretty bad.
I'd like to use my hand on you.
What do you mean by that?
I'd like to like molest her with my hands. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Where he smiles.
I think he'd be giggling through it. It'd be nice.
Would you like that?
And what'd you do? Did you you say you injected something into your face?
No, I had some lasering under my eyes. Dr. Thomas Romo, the best plastic surgeon in New York, did some lasering under here, took away the little fine lines. Looks pretty good, huh?
I think you look great.
You like?
Yeah.
Boy, do I fish for compliments from Howard or what?
And did you have anything else done? Because you look so young.
A little tiny tuck here.
A tuck.
Did
Little
you?
tiny, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, you look good. Very natural.
I have to, because I have to be at the top of my game now.
Absolutely. You're coming into your own.
Yeah, the movie career is broken.
Well, are you still working out? You used to work out a lot.
I work out at Equinox. I still do my play 8 shows a week. I just did another film called Go West, in which I play a character that's a cross between Cruella DeVille and Jessica Rabbit. And so...
All right. So you're doing well. I don't have to worry about you anymore.
Well, maybe you and Drew will
Yes.
get cast in a movie together.
Yeah, maybe you and Drew will do a movie. So what are we going to do next to attract it? Why don't we send up smoke signals?
It's only... So we're down to that.
Right.
In this age of great technology,
That's
we're down
right,
to
we're
smoke
using
signals.
smoke signals.
Now, what do you suggest, Howard? What do you think I should do?
Well, I think what you ought to do is find out where she lives, hire a private investigator, and stand outside her door.
No.
That's what I think. That's the next thing.
Don't do that.
Yeah. You don't want to do that?
Stalker?
Like stalker, yeah.
Like a remake of Stella, the third remake of Stella. I'm crying outside her window.
I mean, what else is left? You've sent her letters, telegrams, etc.
And sent her the presents.
You've said, I love you and I want to be in touch with you.
But
I
actually,
think you should start ignoring her.
yeah, I did that too.
Didn't work?
She didn't seem to mind. I did get a little bit of revenge, because when I sent her this beautiful music box, inside was playing this song, It's a Small World After All.
Yes.
And she hates that song, because we got stuck in the ride, It's a Small World, for
Yep.
25 minutes right next to the speaker.
Really?
And we heard that song.
So why would you do that?
Why would you do that if you're
Because
trying to make up with
The
her?
music box was so beautiful that I just thought I'd send it to her anyway. She wouldn't mind the song, and I guess it was a little bit of passive aggressive.
I think so. I think.
You know what I would do if I was you? I would.
to admit it, but it's true.
I think like at her next movie premiere, you should drop in wearing a parachute. You know, actually
You
from a plane.
skydive in?
Skydive in. What do you think of
I
that?
knew where to come for advice.
You wouldn't do something like that?
That'd be great.
People suggested that when she was doing the wedding. Oh, I heard that. When she was doing the Wedding Singer, they had the premiere here. I was so tempted just to show up, but it wouldn't have been a very classy thing.
I tell you, you look a lot better than your daughter even. I'm telling you, your body is a lot tighter. She's a little
You've
chunky.
seen her body?
She's
No,
she's a little chunkier.
She looks great.
She looks chunky to me.
Yeah, but you know what? She's allowed to have a little weight, because the
Please.
thin anorexia
She
look
looks
isn't so
chunky.
good either.
She should knock off 15 to 20
I think
pounds.
she
You really
looks
think so?
fine.
Absolutely. She looks like she ate her father.
Oh,
Jason, you're on the air.
suggestion.
Yeah.
No,
Looks
no.
like she actually devoured him.
Did you see the?
Jason, you're on the air.
Howard, I have to agree with you. Drew does look a little chunky.
She sure does.
Oh, she looks good.
No, she's chubby.
Her mother looks a whole lot better than she does.
Absolutely.
Her mother is a goddess.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's
Are
why
we
she.
screening these calls, or
That's
what?
why she can't stand to be around her mother.
You think she's jealous?
Of course.
Ah, yeah. Competition.
Hey,
I never thought
that
of
could
that.
be.
And I bet you keep your backside squeaky clean. Am I correct?
Yes, I do.
You do. But you smell real good down there.
I smell good. Yes.
Yep, I bet.
What's a responsibility?
After you move your bowels, do you take a shower immediately?
I clean myself very, very well.
With water
Oh, absolutely, and soap.
and soap
Oh, absolutely.
after each bowel movement.
Wow.
Wow. Robin, I bet you don't even do that.
Well, sometimes you can't.
There goes the water.
I'm out working.
Can I help? Have you moved your bowels yet today?
Yes.
You have.
Wow.
And what did you do? Where did you move them? Here?
No.
At home?
What, first thing in the morning?
And then you showered? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
But what if let's say it's the mid-afternoon hours and you move your bowels? What do you
Then
do?
you get a paper towel or some toilet paper and you get some soap on it and you clean yourself.
Really?
I can't believe I'm saying this.
My, that's
Now you have
great.
to keep yourself smelling very clean, and you want to smell like peaches.
Yeah, you want to smell like, at any minute you can meet Drew.
Oh my God! Anything but that.
Right.
We will go in the Guinness Book of being, the longest estranged mother and daughter. Now, Howard, is there anything that you can do to help facilitate this?
What, you and Drew together?
Yeah, because you have an incredible
We've done
influence and
the
power.
message over the radio. We've done everything.
Yeah, if any of my listeners know Drew, could you say something or something? Do something like that?
Do we know anybody that's friends with her, Howard?
I don't know.
You must have some connection.
Only one I knew was he just got killed last night, Phil Hartman.
So that went our only hope, right?
Yep. The
No,
guy's
but
not there.
when the last time I did speak to her, which was at the restaurant in New York, I asked her, why don't you go on Howard? Because she was saying that she loves every time I'm on here, and she
Yes.
listens, and she,
Oh,
and
really?
she watches the E. Yeah, she
Right.
does do that.
Right.
And so she admitted that.
Right.
And
So she did admit that.
Yeah.
Yes.
She watches all the time, and she said that she was going to even call one time when I was on. And I said, why don't you go on Howard? And she said, I'm scared. She's scared.
Oh, scared
That's
my
what she
ass.
said.
What is she scared of?
She wasn't scared of drugs.
She wasn't scared of guys. She wasn't scared of anything. Me, she's scared of.
You are like a walking truth serum, and if anybody is sort of like bending the truth a little bit, you'll call.
We can figure it out.
Yes, you can.
That's right.
Now, do you ever listen to my online show on America Online?
No, I don't listen to that.
I talk about you all the time.
Really?
I have a love fest to you. Both shows on Tuesday and Thursdays. I talk about you constantly. People ask more Howard questions than any other.
Well, why don't you do stuff to me then when you're here? Alex, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's up?
Excuse me. Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, I tag teamed Drew.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you did not.
Yes, I did. Hello?
What do you mean you tag team Drew? What does that even mean?
Henry Rollins concert at Roselands, 1992. Me and a buddy of mine, Jim.
Yeah.
He was good friends with Henry. We were hanging out the VIP section. We were doing ecstasy. Drew was hanging out with us. She had a little bag behind her. It was really cool.
Really?
Oh, we tagged.
Well, I don't know if that's for real.
I don't believe this 1 second. You sound like you're about 60 years old. And
60?
She draws the line at 50. She does.
Look who's talking. You're like a bag of pizza cheese, lady.
Now
see
we know.
You should look that
Pizza
good.
cheese. What's that?
You ever see cheese slide off of a pizza? That's what your thighs look like.
Oh, no, they don't.
Oh,
I've seen this woman nude.
You can say anything you want about me. It doesn't hold any credibility.
Let me tell you something. You're not that bad.
Oh, thank you.
But Gary is a horse-tooth jackass.
Oh, you.
Now, listen, please don't bag on Drew like that, because that's not nice.
He's lying. We know that guy.
Horse-tooth
We know that
jackass
guy.
means he's
We know
lying.
that
That's
guy.
not true. You need a spank.
Jade Barrymore appears in the last days of disco, and she's nude. When does that open this weekend?
Yes, it's had great reviews. Absolutely great. The
Well,
director, Rich
congratulations.
Stillman, is a genius. I'm
Really?
so
Everyone's a
thrilled to be working-
genius.
No, he is. This is no question.
I thought you
about
said
it.
I was a genius.
In a different way.
In a different way. All right, we'll see about
And I
that.
rewarded you for for your genius.
You have?
Yes, and I will do more.
In what way did you reward me?
Don't you remember our photo session?
Yeah, but
quickly they
you
do.
didn't do anything to me.
It's not that I didn't want to. Oh,
Really?
by the way, your whole family, including your children and your parents, came to see the show, Grandma Sylvia's, and you haven't been there yet.
That's right. That's very
Now,
true.
why haven't you come?
It's too painful for me. I'm still thinking about how you wouldn't put your hand on my crotch.
Well, I might if you show up.
Well, in that case, I'll go. All right, Jade, thanks. It's always good to see you. You look great in your dress.
Sure.
I hope you get in touch with your daughter, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, if you come up with any ideas, they don't even have to be great.
Yeah, we'd love to reconcile you on the show. We'll try to.
That'd be beautiful.
I think this is the place to do it, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
Right. Drew, if you're listening, please get in touch with me and get cracking off and yum. Okay? Thank you. Oh, wait, one more call for you. I didn't realize. Yes, Gary, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, aren't you sick of these parents that screw up their relationship with their kids and then they get on the radio and start crying about it, about how sorry they are?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sick of it. I find it fascinating. And I don't know that Jade screwed up. Or maybe you did, because Drew was drinking and doing
Were
good.
you there?
Don't you think most of the time it's the parents, or don't the children come into the relationship with some sort of innocence?
They absolutely do, and so do the parents when they come into this life. And I think that you've been hearing way too much tabloid information. And if you had been a part of our lives, you might have seen a very different side of what took place. I loved her very much. I do, and I always will.
I want to cradle you. All right. Thank you.
But thank you for your concern.
Larry Fine wants to talk to you.
Oh.
You know him from the Three Stooges? Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Larry Fine of the Three Stooges. Boy, oh boy. Jay Barrymore, you're so hot. I'd love to make whoopee with you. You are the hottest thing since Vivian Vance.
All right.
Wow, that's a compliment.
All right. Anyway, good luck, Jade, with The Last Days of Disco, where you are naked as a jaybird.
Thank you, Howard.
All right.
And thank you again. This is the best show in the entire universe. I'm so
That's
happy
absolutely
to be here.
true. You're absolutely right about
Very
that.
proud to be here
Yeah,
again.
I think it was Drew's fault.
Hi, Scott.
Are you, like,
How are
tearing?
you? Yeah.
Why?
Because he's so great.
You get your eyes like welling up.
Well, hi. It's Jackie.
You are so gorgeous.
Sweet. No, I was crying over Drew. It's enough with his crying. There's Scott. No, I was just so happy to see Howard. He's so good.
But why were you crying?
Let me compose myself. He's just a good friend.
Howard?
A comic genius turned television.
What was he saying to you?
He's very loyal and never forgets his friends. And he has me on the show and listen to me, I sound like a frog. He has me on the show and he lets me say things my way in terms of what's going on in my life as opposed to the written tabloids. And can I stop this? This is the only place where I can actually talk about what I'm doing, because whenever they talk about Drew, it's like they never say that I'm doing anything really, and I get to say, you know, what's going on in my life and that I'm accomplishing.
And that touches you a lot?
He's a good person. I want to stop crying.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be okay. I can't believe I'm crying like this. I haven't seen him in a while and I miss him.
And he makes you feel better about the situation?
Yeah, because he gives me credibility and allows me to speak about my side. Not that there's a lot I want to say about it, but this is a place I feel comfortable expressing my feelings. He's not the kind of person that will, you know, tear you down. He's like really there.
And I mean, you're really broken up. I mean, you're still tearing and everything. Do you need a tissue? I want to get you a tissue or something.
My nose is running. Yes, I do. I'd like a tissue.
Yeah, I think we have a tissue in here. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
You just needed a good cry?
Yeah.
I'll go get some from the bathroom. It's not bad.
There's no tissue here. Is there any tissue?
John's gonna go running it.
The rest are going.
There's no tissue.
The show when John was being nice.
My nose is running and there's
You
no
look
tissue.
so good. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
This is John, and he's wonderful. See, everybody here is like family. It's like I know everybody.